Hey, welcome everybody. My name's Lamar Ellis. This is Drone Education Services, and this is the Daily Drone Report. This is episode 2 of a new series that I am putting onto YouTube about drones. And I hope you get excited about this because I'm certainly excited about bringing it to you. So let's get this thing started. Today is October 5th, 2021. And today in the news, we're going to be talking about the sail drone. That's the SD 1045. Now there are only 5 in the world. And this drone was actually stuck inside a hurricane. Hurricane Sam which had 145 mile per hour sustained winds. Now, this thing was not only in the sustained winds, but it was 50-foot waves. So what an incredible drone that was able to give real-time imagery and information on the storm as it was going on. Now, the great thing about this is that with the climate change that we have going on in the world today, we've got hurricanes that can go from a category 3 to a category 4 within a matter of hours. And so it's necessary to understand how the atmospheric conditions are changing so rapidly. And this is one of those drones that gives us an opportunity. This drone has actually gotten in over 13,000 hours at sea. So it's really been tested. And the hurricane was one of the biggest tests that it actually accomplished, and was able to give some real-time data that could help make some decisions on the ground. Another great use for drones. Well, today we are going to do 500 flights and counting, and it's obvious to me that I can't cut the volume down on this thing. So I'm going to try to show it to you with, this going on, but it's episode 2. This is the house teardown. So hopefully we've got a good video of this. And awesome. Well, because, and the reason I'm saying awesome, because when I really originally did this was actually recorded with the volume that I had originally put on the tape. But as you can see, they're tearing down the house. Now, this was a time lapse. So got the drone into a hover position and then just stuck it there and took shots every 2 seconds. Now, then we took the shots and we blended them together to give you this time-lapse photography. Now, we weren't able to get the drone into the same position every time that we stuck it up there, and we stuck it up there 4 times for this shot. But as you can see, they took the house down. And one of the funniest parts about it is that I've actually had a couple of things that have been brought up about this. One is that in a house this old, there should have been somebody there with a water hose to keep the dust down and also to prevent maybe a possible fire from occurring. The other things that occurred was that he left his patio furniture out there in the doghouse. Now, the doghouse was rotted out and the dogs weren't using it, so he didn't care about that and figured, once the house was torn down, they could just get that thing removed too. As far as the patio furniture, when he moved into the house, that patio furniture was donated to him by the previous owner. It was really kind of an incredible little teardown. And one of the really cool things is that they had a weather vane that sat up on the roof. And this guy with the excavator was able to take the excavator and scoop the weather vane off and stick it in the yard so that he could take it later for his own use or put it on his own house. It took maybe 45 minutes in total to bring the house down, but it was a 4-hour procedure because of all the stopping and the resetting of the excavator and to make sure that nothing went wrong in the process of taking the house down. But what an incredible thing. Well, we're getting close to the end, so I'm going to give you a tip from the air. Now, I've got years of experience in doing aerial inspections for properties, and one of the tips that I can give you is don't get pushed into something that you don't feel comfortable in doing. I mean, everybody wants you to be up there and flying your drone and capturing the imagery that they want you to capture, but there are certain days where weather conditions may not be conducive to being able to fly. Or you may have to actually change your flight patterns just due to the weather conditions, such as high winds or rain or fog or things of that nature. The one thing that I do see is that people get anxious. They think the drone is really kind of a toy when it comes down to capturing imagery, and it's not. That thing is going up into the national airspace, and there's manned aircraft in the national airspace, and you are liable for if you hurt somebody or hit something. So the tip of the day is don't get pushed into doing something that you feel uncomfortable with. Please subscribe to this channel. I liked it.